topics relating to our environment, biography, facts about famous people with positive stories and impact, religion, nature, education, skill development, interviews with intriguing guests, and many more. Inspire with The Aspiration.
And today, I have a guest. And the guest, before I call him in, I want you to know that he is the one that has received a vision. He is the pioneer of the thing. He is the man behind the machinery. He is the man in question. So I have a guest, and we are going to dive into it very much quickly. But in the meantime, as I said, please let's share the live. We want to take off with a lot of other people. Share the live, share it on all sorts of platforms: Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. Share it with your friends, share it on WhatsApp. Let people know that we are live before I bring in the guest. And another thing that I want to say is the because of everything that is going to happen, you guys have the possibility to ask questions. This is a free platform. You have the rights to ask questions. You have the rights to comment. You have the rights to send your opinion. And we actually have a landline here. We have a phone that you can call through at any time, any point of the TV of the broadcast, and you will pass through, and we will receive your question or your comment or your opinion. Are you ready to note it down? 062 812 5365. Can I repeat it again? 062 812 5365. Call through the number. At any point, any moment of the broadcast, you will be received, and everything is going to be showcased. If you have a question, please send it through. If you have an opinion, if you have a comment, please send it through. Are you sharing the live? Are you ready to get into our broadcast? It is going to be an amazing moment. Grab some popcorns, grab some things and sit down, and you know it is going to be fire. Are you ready to receive the guest with me? The man behind the machine, the pioneer of the idea, the visionary of what is happening today, of these platforms that you are following. Can we receive our guest? Good afternoon. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you so much.
It is really, really a blessing. Please have a seat.
Thank you so much.
How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm really doing good. I'm so excited for this day. Last week when we started, I think we were supposed to do this
Yes,
last week, but some things just happened.
Yeah.
At least we're doing it today, and I believe whoever that is watching us out there, they are going to enjoy this moment.
Yeah.
So let's just keep our hands folded while we listen and watch.
Thank you so much. So you heard him. It is going to be an amazing moment. You will hear him. He is a man very much inspired. He is a man that is a compendium of grace, talent, gifts, ideas, intelligence, smartness, all those things. And you will not get tired of him now. So it is going to be a blessing. How is your family? How are things going? Talk to us a little bit.
Well, family is good.
Mm-hmm.
Family is good.
Mm-hmm.
Family is good. I'm currently in South Africa, and
Yeah,
I've been here for quite some time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know you're going to ask me how long, but let me use the word quite some time.
Well, that is okay. That is great.
We're good. We thank God for everything anyway.
I have a quick question. Inspire
Mm.
with the aspiration. Inspiration, aspiration. Talk to us about where these names are coming from. You, as a visionary of these platforms.
All right. Okay. The name Inspire with the Aspiration came, like, let me use the word, few months ago.
Okay.
This word inspire with came few months ago. But the name The Aspiration,
Yeah.
this name came since 2005.
Okay.
When I was in Polytechnic, when I was studying in Polytechnic. If you want me to go deeper in it, I'll
Please do.
just explain more. Okay. And To be honest, you are the first person who is asking me
Okay.
this question.
Okay.
Others just called. I watch. Sometimes I always ask people: is it that people don't care to know how this name came?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Inspirit the aspiration, because
Yeah.
I've done a lot of things under this name
Okay.
that don't even go with the name,
Wow.
because the name, that word aspiration, it's something different.
Yeah, yeah.
I've had a shop, a clothing shop under the aspiration.
Okay.
I've had a guest house under the aspiration. I've
Yeah.
had a music, my music name,
Yeah.
under the aspiration.
Wow.
And also an NGO under the aspiration.
Wow.
But if you look at it, none of those things even goes with that name.
Wow.
None of those things I've done. Even imagine bearing a guest house bearing
Yeah,
the
yeah.
aspiration.
The aspiration.
So it doesn't make sense, kind of. But this year, a few months ago, I think everything, started making sense
Yeah, yeah.
to me. Firstly, let me talk about how this name came. While I was in school, Polytechnic, higher institution, 2005, 2006, there was this group I belonged to in school.
Mhm.
Then the idea of their group is for the guy who came about the group had the idea of the group. When I was joining the group, it told us something that there are people in the school who are actually going through issues, problems, and all of that, stress, relationship issues, and all of that. So what it did was to have this group, and he involved a lot of people whom he thought that they could sing and all of that. So we were not just singing gospel songs, all kind of songs, love songs, and all of
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
That we even go to birthday parties, like surprise birthday parties.
Really?
I don't know if you've seen some guys who plays the saxophone. They
Yeah,
invite
yeah.
them to come and
Okay, yeah.
happy birthday and all of that.
Yes,
So
I've seen
that
that.
was what we were doing.
Really?
So one day we were having free time in our lectures. We were sitting on the feed. All the group members, we were sitting on the feed, and I think I had this there's this stick in my hands. I was just writing on the floor and all of that. So this word, the aspiration, came. And when it came, I said, what is this and all of that? But even when I got home, got to my rest, and the name kept ringing in my ears, the aspiration, the aspiration. So I prayed about it. Still, it didn't make sense to me, but I just heard on that word. And when I immediately I finished my school, I traveled from the city where I was to another place. Then I started something like a worship, atmosphere of worship.
Really?
And I tagged the team, the aspiration,
Oh,
the
wow.
aspiration music.
Oh, wow.
So I told myself from that day, I said, anything I do must fall under this name, the aspiration.
Wow.
That's why with the guest house, the shop, and all of that clothing shop, everything was there. All I do, I just add something to it, like
Wow.
the aspiration clothing, the aspiration guest house,
Wow,
inspired with the
wow,
aspiration, and all
wow,
that.
wow.
And for this name, the inspire with the
Inspire.
aspiration, beginning of this year, I had my 31st night in the church I was telling you about in Observatory, and this pastor said something. It's a bishop. He said something. He said this year the revelation he had from God that the people that will be blessed are people that are going to God is going to give people ideas, and that idea is giving people, they will make money out of it, and that money is not just for them. It will spread to people. Those are the people that God wants to give wealth to this
Wow.
year. That whatever wealth or money God is giving to you you will be able to spread it out to
Wow.
people. So then when I got home, and what he said, just go home and pray for ideas.
Wow.
This year, don't start praying for money and all of that. Say, pray for ideas.
Wow.
And when I got home, I actually told my wife about it, and I said, this is what is the message I had today, and I think we should focus on that.
Wow.
While I was praying, God, give me idea that will announce me.
Wow.
Give me an idea, something to do that will announce me, not just money, but give me something, at least whatever idea God gives to us, and we start it up. Definitely God will bless it, as long as it's from God. So along the line, I think first year, okay, I encountered a pastor. He's also my friend. I used to post things on Facebook. I post words. I write. I'm this person that I'm very shy when it comes to talking to people and all of that.
Okay.
So the pastor said something. He said, change this written words to live talk.
Okay.
That's what this pastor said. He said, instead of you writing them down on Facebook, speak about that thing you're writing. So I'll call his name. His name is Prophet Kingsley.
Okay, okay.
He's my very good friend and he's like a brother to me. He said, change this word. Is the person who actually pushed and inspired me to start up this thing. So I was like thinking, what should I use? What should I use? I actually went to, I'm not going to say God gave me inspire with. That's
Okay.
I'm not going to,
Okay.
we're on live and all of that. So I went online. I actually searched. There's an app. I put aspiration, like if you're choosing a business name and all of that.
Yeah.
I put the aspiration and all of that. So it gave me name like seven
Yes.
other
Ideas
names
and you
attached to.
chose from
Yeah.
that.
So I choose this because my idea of this name and what God told me beginning of this year is to inspire people.
I want to let you know.
Okay.
Isn't it funny and crazy that this broadcasting channel and platform is called Inspire with the Aspiration? And I need to let you know that from the few words you've uttered, from the few things you've just mentioned right now, I've been very much inspired.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
The fact, first of all, I'm amazed at the journey of this vision.
2005.
Since 2005.
2005.
So the entire journey is a broad spectrum in its own. The fact that you prayed to God, show me something that I should do that will announce me to the nations. And that God will bring around a man that will drop the idea in your head. Why not go from lyrics or words to spoken words? And then this entire thing is born. And I have a question that I will ask.
Okay.
But before I get there, what advice would you give to a person that is in the middle of the road or at the crossroad of his life, not knowing what direction to take, how to go about it, where to start from, who to call, what to do? What advice would you give to such a person? Or somebody that is about to start a business, or somebody about to launch a church, or any vision the person has, or a person that has dreams, but not knowing where to start, what to do. What advice, what wisdom would you drop in such a person?
Okay. In this aspect, if you go to my YouTube channel, Inspire with the Aspiration, I think there's a video I did that's I was actually speaking about this. Every man, every human, God has given us an idea. But one thing I realized about we human, we are scared. The fear to begin. So my advice for people watching me or that will watch this video later, first thing you need God.
Wow.
For direction.
Wow. I hope somebody's writing down, eh?
What we need, first thing, we need God and a prayer for direction.
Wow.
Otherwise, when you start doing something that you are not assigned to do or it's not meant for you, you will go wrong and you waste your time.
Yes.
So my advice is for you to pray and tell God to direct you on what to do. And you don't have to wait too long for it. Once you've gotten it, you've grasped it, just continue with it. Just start. Gone are those days where people think, I need money. This from last year, I actually realized that most of the things people want to do don't need money.
Yeah.
Most of the things.
Wow.
Even if it needs money, you can't start big. If you start something big, you will crash.
Yeah.
Because you can't start learning from the top. You learn from the bottom.
Yeah.
So whatever it takes, ideas that you have, things you want to do, you don't have to keep sleeping on it.
Yeah.
Just start it up. If you fail, you continue. We all know this usual word where they said when you fail, you just need to continue. Fail till you get it.
Wow.
So that's my advice for people out there.
So you've heard him. The first thing you need is God. The second thing you need is prayer for direction. And once you've grasped the idea, let's start.
Just start it.
This is very amazing because the Bible says belittle not,
Mm.
or despise not, or
Mm.
trivialize not
Mm.
the days
Mm.
of the small beginnings.
Mm.
And there is something amazing that you said now,
Mm.
which is very much impressive. You said everything you got
Mm.
or everything you obtain. I'm not going to paraphrase it, but I'm
Okay.
going to rephrase it.
Okay.
But what you said means that everything you obtain
Mm.
outside of the will of God will cause you trouble.
Mm.
And this is a very great and strong biblical reality
Mm.
because I'm looking at the life of Abraham.
Okay.
God promises Isaac,
Mm.
but before the fulfillment of the will of God, the wife felt like
Mm.
this thing is taking long.
It's taking long.
Then Ishmael came in,
Came
and that was a child that created trouble in his marriage.
Mm. Mm.
So everything in your life that is outside of divine direction will put you into trouble, will land you into serious. How
You even waste your time.
really
You waste your time doing the wrong thing. You waste your time, waste years doing the wrong thing.
doing the wrong
The
thing?
wrong
And by the
thing.
time you realize you are very much old, you don't have the strength
You
anymore.
might not even be able to do it then again. Because why? We were discussing about something. I think you said so.
Yes.
That there's no time to sleep.
There is no time to
There's
sleep.
no time to sleep. Because time for sleep will come.
Yes.
So when you spend your time doing the wrong thing, by the time you realize yourself, probably the thing you were supposed to do that is meant for you to do needs your strength.
Yes.
Then you've wasted 10 years, 15 years doing the wrong thing.
Yes.
Then you don't have the strength to do the right thing.
Wow.
So that's
really,
it.
really
Mm.
amazing.
Mm.
Before I come to my question, because I still have a question,
Okay.
we will go back to your background,
All
to,
right,
your,
cool.
to your story.
Okay.
But there is something that intrigues me.
Mm.
We have a generation, this Z generation,
Okay.
Generation Z. There is a young guy, a young woman watching me right now.
Mm.
You know the kind of people that have been saying, I still have time.
Mm. Okay.
Now the person feels that she is
Yes,
still
yeah.
23, so she still has
She
time.
still have time.
The lady feels that, nah, I'm still 27.
Mm.
I still have time. The guy feels that I'm still 18.
Mm.
What is your advice to this generation? Because I will tell you the truth. We are in a generation that is taking time for granted,
It's true.
trivializing opportunities because the person feels that I'm still young. And if we have to go deeper into this question, you will realize that we spoke about it the last time. There is something like an oxymoron, a difference. It's something that intrigues me between what is happening in Africa and in other continents. In Africa, and I will come to that because I have very serious question about that. In Africa, we have young people that are flagging the churches, praying in tongues for hours. In China, we have the same age group that are very much advanced into technology. In Africa, we have young people that still think I'm 18.
Mm.
I'm very much young, I still have time. But we have the same group in other places and continents that are multi-millionaires and that are creating things and advancing technology and are becoming relevant in their generation. What is going on?
Africa will always be Africa. I don't know when that will change.
Yes.
To be honest, I think in life, I'm speaking for myself now,
Yes.
or my own idea.
Yes.
I think in life, in every section in life or age difference, let's say let's add like 5 years intervals.
Yeah.
There should be something we as human should achieve.
Yes.
So when you couldn't achieve something, let's say for example, you finished your high school 16 or 17, you should be expected to finish your university 23. And after university, I'm talking about people who are focused now.
Yeah.
Between 22, 20, let's say 22, 23, get a job. Then from 22, 23 to 25, you should be planning for your life. But by the time you're telling yourself that, no, I want to go to university at the age of 30, that's not right. Because you're going to finish your university stage or level at the age of 30. How many people employ people these days? Yeah, okay, sorry to say, we're in South Africa
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
From where I'm coming from, they employ more older people than the younger people. When I was there, I don't know
Okay.
about now, but
Okay.
here in South Africa, they prefer youngsters.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
Okay.
you that wants to go to school at the age of 30, you're probably what you're studying, you run up with your education in 3 or 4 years time. That's 34. When you graduate, you spend another 2 years looking for a job. That's 36. Who will employ you? Because they know 45 you're thinking of retire. So wasting time is not a
It's
good
not an
idea.
option.
Yeah, it's not an option. So it's better for us, whatever thing that we as human wants to do, let's just go ahead doing it. Don't waste time. And don't look at what people are doing, leaving what you're supposed to do to pursue what other people are doing.
Wow.
You waste your time.
Oh my God.
Mm.
Listen to me very carefully. I know that you are 18.
Mm.
You are breaking the age of 24. I know that your birthday was last month and you just turned 26, and you think that you still have time. You've been running around, going up and
Up and down.
time is a luxury that we don't have.
Mm.
We will dive into that more
Mm.
later. Listening to you, and from few words that you've said, apparently you have a Christian background.
Okay.
Do you believe in God?
Oh, yes.
Talk to us about your Christian
I
background.
believe in
Are you a
God.
Christian? We have heard some speculations in the marketplace. Apparently,
Okay.
you are a man of God.
Mhm.
Apparently,
Man of God.
apparently you are. Are you a Christian? Do you have a Christian background? Are you a man of God?
Yeah.
Please answer our questions.
Yeah, I'm a Christian.
Okay.
I'm a Christian and I was born in a Christian family. I know that's not enough. Being
Mhm.
born from a Christian family is not
Mhm.
enough to justify that fact. But
Mhm.
personally, I have had an encounter with God. You know, most of these things are funny. Okay, for example,
Mm.
I don't know what's in me. I don't know what people see.
Yeah, yeah,
Even when I'm dressing funny,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
people still call me man of God. People who don't know me.
Wow.
I've been to a place where I went to cut hair. I've never been there before. And when I sat down, the guy called me and said, "Man of God, which cuts do you want?"
Wow.
And the people who calls me that name more are these people on the street that begs for money or
Yes,
whatever.
yes, yes.
They've not. I know those guys. Those people. They don't go to church, so I don't know where they came about that man of God and all of that. I know. Well, if
Yeah,
something
yeah.
is in you, people says it. Well, my Christian background, I was born from a Christian family. My dad was a
Okay.
pastor and a prophet
Okay.
before a pastor and all of that. But then I was in a white garment church, cherubim and seraphim. So when I was in high school, that should be 2003, 2000, yeah, 2003.
Mm.
Uh, there was this school. I just want to talk about how I got saved
Yes,
personally, not
yes. Please,
from
please
family
do.
and
Yes.
whatever. So in high school, my dad moved us from another province to another province.
Okay.
So getting to that place, then in fact I was this stubborn child, like stubborn child that my dad beats me like every day. So we relocated from another place to another place. Before I got to that place, he went first. So I never knew that he has even registered in a school, nice private school and all of that. So when I got to that place, I told my dad at that school, the school uniform was there and all of that. I told him I'm not going to go to that school. I'm just sharing my story now.
Yes.
So it's actually God who processed me
Yes.
into that route.
Wow.
So I told him I'm not going to go to that school. He said, "Why?" I said, "No, I don't want to. I don't know the school." He said, "This is the best school for you." I said, "I don't want that school." So we fought because of that. So he reported me to the church and all. So I think after 2 months, they told him, I think you should let him go to the school he wants. My dad told them, this guy doesn't know this place. It's his first time coming here. So which school does he want? And the place where we're staying, let's count like 6 houses after our house. There's a school there, very big school, and it's a government school. I told my dad that's the school I want to go to. My dad said, God forbid, not his child. And this is a school that even while we're at home, you will see crowd, people running out of the school. Either they've killed somebody or they've
Mm-hmm.
stabbed somebody. So
Wow.
my dad knows all of those things. He said his son will never go to such school. I told him,
Wow.
if not that school, I'm not going.
Wow.
If not that school, I'm not going. He took me to church again. So they actually spoke to him. They said, let him go.
Mm.
So while I was in that school, I was this quiet person that
Mm.
don't want to talk to any person. But there's this lady, there's this lady that there's this girl that she was the class prefect. I think I
Mm.
was in, how do you call it here? I think I was in grade 11 then.
Mm.
So I spoke to this girl. I told her I want to be your friend. She said, why? I said, I want to be your friend, not just friend. I said, I want to be your girlfriend. I told her straight. She said, what? So I kept disturbing this girl and
Yes,
all of
yes,
that.
yes.
So one day she told me, said, for her to accept my request, she's inviting me to her fellowship. I said, which fellowship?
Okay.
I don't even want to hear
Okay.
church.
Okay.
I said, which
Okay.
fellowship? She
Okay.
said, come. Anything that once you come to that fellowship, I will accept your relationship. This girl's name is Hope. Yeah, beautiful
Wow.
girl, black, beautiful girl.
Wait. Do you know? Jesus, this is really incredible because aspiration means the hope
Mm, mm.
and the desire to achieve something.
Wow, yeah.
That's what aspiring
Aspiration, yeah.
means. This is it. So all pieces are coming together. Please carry on.
Okay, so she told me, come to the fellowship. If you
So that
want,
was the strategy.
yeah.
This is what you are supposed to do.
Mm.
This guy has been running around you. What you are looking for is go to the restaurant. Why not bring maybe? I believe this is a strategy that girls should employ right now.
Yeah, that's why I said, okay, let me not go
Oh
there
my
yet.
God!
So
Please.
she invited me to the fellowship. She directed me, and she just told me one of the classroom is like a hall, mini
Yes.
hall. So I went there. When I got there, I had people praying and worshiping and all of that.
Wow.
When I just saw them, they are like kids from the age of high school, the
Yes,
age.
yes, yes, yes.
But the ones I saw there that actually did something that got me saved, I'll tell you their age. So when I went inside, I was looking around. I didn't see this girl. I wanted to go back.
Yes.
Then they have these ushers that directed me. They said I should go sit at the front because it was my first time coming there.
Wow.
I said, no, I want to sit at the back. I was still the stubborn person that don't want to listen. So I sat at the back. Why they finished the praise and worship and all of that. I didn't close my eyes on any of this thing because
Yes.
now this is different from where I'm coming from. I'm coming from those white garment church. This is Pentecostal now.
Oh wow.
So everything looks different for me. So while I was sitting there, they introduced the drama group to give their playlist and all. So the people that came to present this drama, they are the age of 12 to 14.
Wow.
If I'm not mistaken, probably I might be maybe 19 or 20 then.
Wow.
So I was just sitting down watching these kids. I was paying attention. They were acting their dramas and all of that. Where I was sitting, I don't know what, I screamed because I started feeling goosebumps while they were acting the dramas and all of that. I started having this goosebump on my body, like what they are saying is penetrating into my bone. Before I know, I screamed. I jumped out of the chair.
Wow.
I started shouting, Jesus, save me, save me, save me, fire, fire, fire. What I'm saying, I'm like, I can give you numbers of people you can call. I started screaming and all of that. I never knew what was that. So they came there, they took me to the front. Because after that drama, one of the escorts of the meeting or of the fellowship now came. He was like explaining further. Then I was at the front. You know, when they do altar call and all that, he started calling people to come and give their life to Christ and all of that. And during that playlist, I saw, in fact, among the people there, I saw people who were burning for God. Children who were burning for God, not what we have now. Kids who were speaking in tongues, little kids, when they worship, when they sing, when they pray, you have reason to do the same thing. So they led me to Christ. And when they led me to Christ, they told me what just happened to me, my encounter and all of that, that Jesus wanted me. I said, really? With all of this, I've not seen that lady.
Wow.
She was not there. What happens is this. They start the fellowship immediately. School finishes, they closes.
Yes,
so most of the fellowship member and ESCO, they are downstairs inviting people to come upstairs. So she was among those people. I never knew.
Okay.
It
Okay.
was when later, when I became a full member of that place, I discovered all of that. So they led me to Christ and all of that. So they assigned somebody to do a follow up on me.
Yeah.
So I started coming to the fellowship and all of that. Man, my heart was heavy in that meeting, in that
Wow.
fellowship. So I gave my totality. I dropped everything. The next year, they elected me as one of the ESCO.
Wow.
Do you know those days when I gave my life to Christ? I make sure that the zeal, to see how strong the zeal was or
Mm.
became, a day wouldn't pass for me not to preach to somebody.
Wow.
I make sure I preach in all the classroom. I was just a newcomer there, but
Mm.
my encounter with God was different. And my dad noticed a lot of changes
Mm.
because now I was not going to his church anymore. I refused going there because it's now I've seen the light. I
Wow.
started seeing that everything they are doing there in that church, it's not in line with,
Mm.
let me just use the word, it's not in line with God and all of that.
Mm.
So I became saved and I was doing my own thing. And, it got worse to the extent that we were living in story building there in our house. Anywhere I had sound of a preaching or music, I will locate that place. No matter how distant or far that place is, I will locate that place.
Wow.
I will make sure I found that church. I will fellowship with them. Sometimes I will return back home 10 o'clock. And when I go, I'm just sharing my life here.
Please do.
When I get back home, my dad is waiting at the staircase. With
Wow.
he don't flog you with those sticks or whatever. He flogs my dad. My dad flogs you with electric cable.
Wow.
Those things were waiting for me. In a nutshell, my Christian life was not easy.
Mm.
My
Mm.
Christian life,
Mm.
I was beaten, I was chased out of the house. I can't remember how many times I was chased out of the house. I will locate a church that don't have a window. I
Mm.
will pass through the window and I will go to the church and sleep. There's this word we use. I don't know about this side of Africa, but in Nigeria, there's this word we use where we call church rat.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
church rat. There's that word church rat is real. These days there's fancy altar stage and all of that. Then
Yes.
they
Yes.
used to use cloth
Yes.
to
Yes.
do
Yes.
the altar stage
Very
and all
big
that.
curtain,
Big
and then
curtain.
yeah.
So that was my sleeping. I
Wow.
would go inside there and I would sleep there. Nobody knows. The church have already closed. I will fellowship with the church.
Yes.
Immediately everybody goes home. I will act like I'm going home. Then while I went early, I just want to see if there's a place where I can go through inside the church.
Yeah.
Immediately I see a broken window. I will come back when all of them have gone. I will go and sleep there. Sometimes I sleep there 3 days. My younger sister will sneak my school uniform and bring to me. I will
Wow.
the neighbors, I see water, those water that falls from the roof
Mm.
to a bucket or so. I will
Yes.
use that
Yes.
water. 4 a.m. I'm out from that church. I'll wash my face and all of that. 6:30, I'll walk to school.
Wow.
I'll come back and still I never told anybody in the fellowship this is what I'm going through. Sometimes, okay, those I could remember that there's this year, the whole year, I fasted. The whole year. What I mean by fasting is not because I leave home early. I
Yeah.
leave home. Okay, let me just cut this short. So I fasted. I leave home early, 6:30. Then food is not even prepared. But I
Yes.
leave
Yes.
home because I want to go and pray
Yes.
in the school. For those fighting not to occur and all of that, I conduct assembly and I get home. And after that, we do fellowship. The members who didn't come to school,
Yes.
we make sure me and the ESCOs we visit them and all of that. Before I know it's 8:30 already. That's when I come back to eat.
Wow. Wow.
So
Wow.
Monday to Friday, all of this happened. Like I said, I've been beaten because of church,
Yes.
because of Christianity. Even when I was in higher institution, my very good friend then in school, P. Dave, of which I know he might be watching us there.
Mm.
There's a word he usually tell me, which one you want to do? Is it church or school? In 5 days in lectures, you can only find me in class maybe 2 or 3 times because I was not interested in school.
Wow.
I was not interested in school. I was interested in going out there. Why people are in the lecture room? My parents thought that I'm in school. I'm with my group. That this higher institution now.
Yeah.
So the high school thing continues. Even while I was in higher institution, I now formed a group. Had a group in the community. They are not even students. I formed a group where we go to different places to preach. and
This
sing.
is
So it was just like that.
this
And
is
because of that, I think I had a bad grade in my
really.
in my school. But God helped me anyway. God
This
helped me
is
also.
an amazing testimony. I feel like telling you. You have a very strong Christian background.
Background.
Not because you were born in a family where
No.
people served God or went to church, but
Mm.
because you had a personal
Personal
encounter.
encounter.
Guys, it is not because your parents have been going to church. It is not because you have siblings that praise. It is not because your mom prays a lot. It is not because your dad is a pastor or a
Mm.
vice pastor in a church.
Mm.
It is not because you were born into a family that prays a lot that automatically determines how much God you know or how much Christian you become.
Mm.
What determines these things, it is your personal experience as a person.
Mm.
And what I'm talking about is having a personal encounter with God. Until you have a personal encounter with God, you will never be able to grow with that fire. It will be quenched at a certain level. Go for personal encounter.
Mm. Mm.
I know your direct relatives praise and go to church. I know you were born into those kind of settings and atmosphere, but seek for personal encounter.
So sorry.
Please do.
Because of my background with Christianity, nothing
Mm.
shakes me.
Okay, okay.
I always tell people there's difference between someone who have an encounter with God directly
Mm,
and someone who was preached to.
mm.
That person will always fall.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah,
when it falls, it will be difficult for the person to rise.
yeah,
But
yeah,
someone who had an encounter directly with God, whenever you fall, you will rise again. Because
yeah,
why?
yeah.
You would think about it. You would think how this whole thing started. So that's, and with the persecution, there's a lot I didn't share. Things I
Wow.
remember going to do evangelism. There's this community whereby it's a village. We went to do evangelism. We went there and they were doing their festival. Most of those things in Nigerian movies, most of them are actually true.
Okay.
So this village, women are not supposed to be outside during their festival. I think they do it for 7 days. Now I came from different places. Me and my crew, we went there to do this stuff, not knowing. And this crew of mine, both men and women,
Wow.
why the village they declare that women are not supposed to see their masquerade. So we were just preaching and singing along the street. Why this group of masquerade and their people, they were coming directly to us with cutlass and all of that. They were,
Yes.
scrubbing the cutlass on the ground, sharpening it and all that, coming directly to us. The moment they got to us, there's this guy, we call him president there. They cut his ear, like with that cutlass, which means
Really?
those people were ready to kill us. I remember I ran into a plantation, a bush, where 6 inches nail was under my foot.
Really?
And I was running inside because those people, they were ready to just cut us because it's like an abomination to them that
Wow.
women are not supposed to come out. But now we came from different places. We never knew what was happening. A lot, man. A lot of things that I have seen when it comes to Christianity. As I am, nothing shakes my faith.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah,
yes.
nothing, not with whatever thing I can listen to you and I will take what I feel is right.
Yes, yes,
I'm not
yes.
going to listen to everything someone shares to me because why? I have an encounter. I know the root of my Christianity.
This is very much amazing, and that's why we are telling the people following us you need a personal encounter.
Mm.
And a personal encounter is something that God will show you
Mm.
that you will never be able to deny.
Mm.
What you heard can bring some doubt,
Mm.
but when you saw,
Mm.
it is not for it's not just for the sake of happenstance that after the resurrection of Jesus,
Mm.
the Bible says he appeared to his disciples and he appeared to more than 500 people,
Mm.
even after 2 centuries. And up to date, Jesus still appears to people because you can't deny what you've seen.
Mm. It's true.
Now, I have a question. Strong background in Christianity, a mighty encounter. Do you still have that fire?
Okay.
Because what you've said here, I believe everybody has heard.
Okay.
You've never backslide.
Mm-mm. I don't. Okay. First, okay.
What
Continue.
happened?
Okay.
Do you still carry the
Okay.
fire? Because there are people watching from the same kind or
Okay.
situation,
Okay.
but they have lost the fire.
Okay.
There is a lady watching us that might have been through a situation.
Mm.
There are people. This is why encounter is important, because there is life will hit you to a point, or something will happen, and I've met people that will tell me, I don't have hope anymore.
Mm.
I don't trust in God anymore. You see, you know this question that the world asks when they are questioning about the existence of God.
Mm.
If God exists,
Mm.
why is this happening?
Mm.
A lady will ask, if God really exists,
Mm.
why was I raped?
Wait.
Well,
Yeah.
so do you still carry
Okay.
the fire?
I think I'm just okay. First thing I want to say, I don't know what people believe, but my belief, you can't be born again twice,
Mm, mm,
but you can reconcile with God. Like, when they call altar call in church, there's two words they say. I'm feeling to get the other word. Like, if you want to give your life to Christ, come
mm.
out, or you want to rededicate
Yes,
yourself.
yes, yes.
Yes, I can use the word rededicate. I've done that several times. We are all human.
Mm,
We are all human. I can't be born again twice again. I've confessed Christ once,
mm,
and is the belief I have for Christ is still there.
mm,
And I believe that does not stop anyone from even sinning, believing in Christ or whatever. As
mm,
long as we are on earth, we are in the. I'm talking about my belief, and I don't know what other persons think.
mm, mm,
I've been in that stage several times where I do wrong things and all of that, but
mm,
it doesn't change who I am.
mm,
It
mm,
doesn't change who I am, and I have an extent of things I can do.
mm.
There are things I cannot do and things I cannot do. When you're talking about the fire, yeah, we are on a live show and all of that. I can tell you the fire is still the same.
Okay.
You remember our last show, we are talking about remember the Lord your God in days of your youth when
Yes,
the
yes,
evil
yes.
days. So I think I'm in my evil days now. What I mean by evil days, yeah, I'm in my evil days now. What I mean by that, evil days can be when I gave my life to Christ, I was under my parents, where I just take my bath, eat, shower, go to school, come back, eat, sleep, and all of that. I never know what it takes to labor.
Wow.
I had all the time to pray, ask for the fire and all of that, to even seek for the spirit of the gift of the Holy Spirit and all of that. But now evil days have come. What I meant by that evil days, I have things to do. I have children. I have family. I have bills and all of that. That time is not there anymore. So what is carrying me now? What is keeping me now? It's which word should I use now? What I've done in the past.
Yes.
And the sacrifice I've paid in the past, and the sacrifice my dad have paid in the past to keep me. I think it's what is keeping me now.
Wow.
Because I can't tell you that I'm still in the same level. I will be lying to people there. And there are people who even know me that will know that this guy is lying.
Yeah.
So I'm just busy. I'm just maintaining my faith in Christ now and do as much I can do. Even when I go out of track, I will know that I've gone out of track and still come back to Christ. The fire, yes, the fire, knowing God is still there. But I can't tell you I pray the way I used to pray before. I can't tell you now I'm praying for the gift of the Spirit now. No, those days have passed.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's what I can answer to that.
Do you see the reason why you need to subscribe to this channel? You need to be watching and sharing. Maybe someone around you can relate to this story. This is the reason why this is the best platform for you, because many of you will relate to the stories. Many of you will relate to the experiences. And that's why I said you will never leave this type of, you will never leave our broadcast empty-headed, not handed, empty-headed. There is something that will be dropped in your head and your life will not be the same again. We want to dive deeper into this.
Okay. Okay.
Balance. Somebody at home say balance. We want to talk about balance.
Okay.
Now, do you realize the reason why we've been telling you over and over that we don't have the luxury of time?
Mm,
Remember the Lord your God in the days of thy youth,
mm,
because the strength you can serve God with when you are 23 will not be the same one when you are 48.
mm, mm. It's true.
Let's talk about balance before we go to the dark section of our broadcast episodes. We have a dark section where we have very, very dangerous questions. But let's talk about balance. So there is someone watching us. He has not been going to church anymore like before
Mhm,
because of bills,
mm,
the kids, the responsibilities, all these things encompassing his life. What the, let's talk about balance. This is what we've been talking about, redeeming the time, because we don't have that luxury. There is a time where you can do certain things, and there is a time you won't be able. And this is a reality. And you said something very impressive. What is keeping you up to now?
mm,
It is all those things you stored,
mm,
the prayers you stored,
mm,
all these things, and now you can just go to the ATM and retrieve
mm,
all those prayers you have been able to store.
mm,
So, what would you say to this guy who is 21 and to this girl that is 23 and that has been running up and down?
mm,
And what would you say to this person that feels that his spirituality has gone down?
mm,
Because now there is family, there is
mm.
kids, and because of all this, people are now complaining. I call it a wrong debate. It's a fake debate. Complaining that churches are taking long now. The reason why people feel that churches take long now, oh, we are in church 2 hours, 3 hours. The reason why people are complaining about these things, even going deeper to say that there are people complaining that for an entire week we are in church Monday, Tuesday,
Monday,
Wednesday.
Tuesday.
The reason why people are complaining about these things is the reality is people don't have time anymore because of the balance. Talk to us about balance. How have you been able to? How have you succeeded to talk to us about balance?
It has not been easy, especially with time. Like I said, I've Christianity wise, I've grown to an extent where I know what it's actually cool and what it's wrong. Time for me to go to church and time for me to do my business. Now, when it's time to give to God, you want to bring in your personal stuff. It's
Mm,
wrong. It's wrong. And you can't tell me that the time you want to go to church or the time you want to pray, that's the time you want to do other things. No,
mm.
you must balance this thing. We
There
have,
is time for
yeah,
everything. Yeah.
time for everything. We have 24 hours. It's just like someone who knows that I'm going to work by 7 a.m. and you are waking 7:48.
Mm,
Now you're already telling yourself, now I don't have time to pray
mm,
because now I want to prepare. So
mm,
that's
mm,
12 minutes left is not even enough.
mm.
So they feel now the prayer is not important as their work. Which so as someone who is focused, you should know that you should wake up probably 1 hour before the time so you can
Yes.
balance everything. When I'll call that some of us, some people or some Christians, we are robbing God.
Okay.
The time that we
Okay.
are supposed to give to God, we give it to ourselves. I think if I'll say it, that might actually be why some things are not working
Yes.
for some people because we actually want to use our strength and our brain to everything. We
Wow.
calculate too much. We calculate too much. Then the time of going to church and all of that, a lot of times, no, there's nothing wrong going to church. There's nothing wrong if it's a program
Mm.
which goes for 1 week. There's nothing wrong with that. But
Yes.
for me, I'm saying mine now. It shouldn't be too much.
Wow.
It shouldn't be too much too often where programs. I believe
Wow.
there are places in the Bible where Bible spoke about work and all of that. So
Yes.
when it's time for me to work, you put in those 21 days program. 21 days program. Now I might go to work and come for that program. But
Mm.
now what about my body?
Mm.
Because I'm supposed to wake up. I'm supposed to wake up and go to work early in the morning. So I think most of these things we should limit it so that it doesn't affect people who are trying to balance themselves.
So you believe that one component of a successful life is
Mm.
balance.
Balance.
We will dive deeper into this question
Okay.
because people are struggling
Mm.
to balance between their life and spirituality.
Okay.
And because we are also coming from churches where they taught us that if you don't pray for 5 hours, you are not spiritual.
Mm.
So, because of all these things somebody has in his private life, the kids, the woman will wake up and prepare the kids and go to school and prepare for the husband. The husband goes and she herself has to go to work and she only has 30 minutes to pray and she feels like she's not spiritual.
Mm.
What is going on?
That's for me, that is wrong. Prayer can build your spiritual life. Whether you pray for 5 hours, 2 hours, or whatever, it doesn't change the fact that you are a Christian or whatever. It can build you spiritually. Like we've heard it several times whereby people say you don't pray to get money, you don't pray to whatever. Yeah, I can pray. I might want to grow to an extent spiritually where I
Mm.
said I want to pray for 10 hours. But all fingers are not equal. Not all Christians. In Christianity, there are different should I use level or strength or
Yes.
capacity? Yeah. Your strength in Christianity, your level, you understand Christianity is different from mine.
Yes.
And I will work with my own level.
Wow.
Why you work with your own level? If your
Wow.
level tells you that the level you are in Christianity, if I don't pray for 5 hours, I can't make it. Then that's
your level.
Yeah, it will start
This is
working in you.
amazing. This is
It will start
amazing.
working in. Before you know, it becomes something that you have believed it. Now it will function according to your belief. Which means what I'm trying to say is that there are some of our beliefs that is actually affecting our life.
Yes.
It's there positively or negatively. Just like they said, when you are conscious of witches and wizards, then that's the only thing you will see encounter.
Yes.
Or when so my belief,
You work with what works for
yes,
you.
I do what works for me.
So the pastors should not bring something and make it a doctrine.
No,
that
no,
all
no,
of
no.
us needs to pray for 10 hours.
No, that should be personal. Everyone, every Christian who is serious knows that you need to grow your spiritual life.
Mm.
And if you want to grow your spiritual life, the only way you can do that is through prayer. You want to get to a level where someone else doesn't. And the difference between pastors and their members is their spirituality.
Yes.
That's why a pastor is able to prophesy or see something that a member don't see.
Yes,
Why?
yes.
It's the level they have grown to.
Yes.
The time, the quality time they've spent with God, the books they've read, and all of that.
Wow. I believe you guys are at home, you are being blessed and you are being inspired with all these things that is going on here. Are you ready for our dark section?
Dark section. Okay. All right.
We are going to dive into our dark section, and for every invitee or every guest we are going to be receiving, we will have a dark section. A section where the guest will be confronted with certain truths or realities or speculations on the market based on his character or personality or influence or reputation. What is your real name?
Oh wow. Okay. Okay, my real name. You see, a lot of people call me the aspiration now.
Okay.
And most of them don't even know my name.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking.
Yeah. Because my social media, my name is not there. You know, when I came to this country,
Yeah.
there's this thing people always say you don't have to dish your name out there in
Yes,
case.
yes.
In case. After a few years I was asking in case what? But though later I understood and all of that, but if you are clean, that in case shouldn't be your problem. In case if they put your name, only now I started buying things.
Yes.
Like clicks where you buy a medication and all of that, started putting my name and all of that.
Okay.
Before I just put funny name
Okay.
because of in case. Because of in case. But now I just thought about it. Why should I? Whatever. I said, what about it for the positive reason? They want my duties, and now maybe you won a lottery now. You went to use a fake name to play the lottery and all of that. Well, my name is Moses.
Okay.
My name is Moses, and my native name is Uwadiegu.
Oh wow.
Uwadiegu.
Wow.
The meaning is the word is fearful.
Wow.
The word is fearful, and my surname is Sibo.
Okay.
Yeah, and
Okay.
people know me as Owen. That was when
Owen.
I came to South Africa. I was telling people my
Okay.
name is Owen.
Okay. Okay. Wow.
On my Facebook, that's what is there now. Owen.
Okay. Breathe. Get some popcorns. Second question. We are into our dark section.
All right. Mm.
Where are you from?
Okay, I'm originally from Nigeria, from Edo State. My dad from Edo State, and my mom from Delta State. Yeah.
Okay. We are in South Africa. There are speculations in the marketplace.
Mhm.
Things are being said concerning Congolese.
Okay.
Things are being said concerning Malawians.
No.
Things are being said concerning Zimbabweans. Things are being said concerning Nigerians. What do you think about the reputation of Nigeria in the world? In South Africa, of course, and in the world. It will not amaze you if I tell you that I have watched even Nigerian pastors in Nigeria
Mm.
talking on TV and saying it broadly and openly that Nigeria does not have a good reputation in the
Outside.
world. What is going on? This is our dark section focus.
Oh, well, I believe all of us have had that.
Mm.
All of us have had that. I wouldn't say they are wrong. I wouldn't say they are wrong. When you've seen the way some people behave, you
Mm.
yourself you confirm some things they're
Mm.
saying. But the only thing I would say, you know, for in every bad thing, there's also something good.
Yes, very wise.
Yeah, what I will always say, there are some people who always say Nigerians are bad, but when they get close to some Nigerians, they say, it's not what I thought.
Wow.
It's not what I thought. Nigerians, we have this good part of us. But
Mm.
one thing I can tell you about Nigeria that actually triggers the whole name is the desperacy of money.
Okay.
Yeah, that's one thing I'll tell you. Other things, come on, Nigerians are good. Nigerians are good. And don't don't judge people from distance. Come close to them
Wow.
so that you can find out their true person. Do you know when I
Wow.
talk to people on WhatsApp, they tell me you are very rude. You are very rude. And before I talk about this, first of all, let's understand that we are people from different nations
Yes.
with
Different backgrounds,
different
different
backgrounds.
cultures, different education, different
The
ideas,
way we speak are different.
very much different.
We Nigerians, in terms of that speaking and arrogancy, rude people talk about us. We grew up from a place where we speak with loud voice.
Okay.
We speak with loud voice. So the ones who are not from such places, they will think you're actually
You're rude
shouting.
or you're shouting. Wow.
Mm.
Wow.
So when you come close to them, you tell them, no, I'm not shouting. This is how we are.
Yes.
Yeah, this is how we are. We have this
Wow.
audible voice to speak.
Wow.
So, and some people also judge you from what they see on social media, the way you
Wow.
chat, the way you want. But when they meet you in person, I've encountered that several times where people tell me the way you chat on WhatsApp is different from you now.
Wow.
It's like this is two different person because the approach you give to people face when you meet them face to face, what they see face to face is actually different. You
Mm.
can't be telling me. I always ask people, how do you say I'm shouting from west? You see the way the word came or
Yes.
also and all that. So I explain to several people. Do you know sometimes when I'm writing this thing, you're saying I'm rude or I'm shouting, I'm actually laughing while typing it.
Wow.
So I always tell people get close to people
Yeah.
and also try to know the reason why people do some certain
Yes.
things. Yeah, don't just conclude on people. Get to know why they do some certain things. As far as I'm concerned, there is no country, there's no place you won't find that person.
Wow. This is really amazing and very wise. Thank you so much for this answer. So at home, you now know that every race, every tribe, every country, every nation has a good side
Mm.
and a flaw side.
Mm.
And the best thing it is not to put all of people, everybody in the same plastic,
Mm.
but to know how to single out each and every one of the people you meet and encounter by approaching them.
Mm.
Thank you so much for that answer.
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
I might be running to my last question.
All right, that would be good.
I might be running to my last question, but this is not the last question.
Okay.
This is the before last. I have two last questions I want to ask you. But in this dark section, this is the last one. Many people that God has used, even in the Bible,
Mm.
I've observed a pattern. There are many names, but I will mention three. Samson,
Something.
anointed,
Mm.
powerful, but there is a problem.
Mm.
Women.
Mm.
David, powerful,
Mm.
a king, anointed of God, but there is a problem.
Mm.
Women. Reuben, the firstborn in his family, a problem. Women. Even if I go out of the Bible and I look at people's lives and I retrieve people's testimonies,
Mm.
successful people have fallen.
Mm.
There was a woman. Sorry, women, I don't have any problem. Maybe with the mighty men of God are fallen.
Well,
Women.
mm.
That's why I want now to attack you. What is going on? Why this pattern? What is, and as we say, we don't have any problem with women, but what is going on? What do you think this pattern behind the fall, the destitution, the embarrassment, the humiliation, why there is a
Well,
woman
that's
behind? Why all these great men have a women problem?
okay.
And this will help the younger generation upcoming.
Mm.
Very anointed, very handsome, and he will think that all these ladies are actually there for his anointing. Meanwhile, they are looking for something. It will help the younger generation, and it will help people that are entangled into certain situations. Please.
Okay. At, in every human, okay, let's talk. Okay, let me just use the word human. In every human, these three things, one of them must be found in every human. If anyone who comes and says this, there's nothing like that, then the person has a problem. Should I? Okay, let me just add these two together: smoking and drinking.
Yes, okay.
One, stealing. Two, immorality. Three, one of them must be found in a human being. Now, if we're talking about man of God, it will be difficult for a man of God to smoke and drink. There are people who, most of them, who do it secretly, and it will be difficult for a man of God to steal. But immorality, let me not use the word that it will not be difficult. It can be found in the life of a man of
Somebody
God.
told me that the greatest temptation of pastors, power, money, women. Do you think it's true?
Power, money, power, money, women.
All in between these three,
Okay.
one of the. What do you think?
Power, money, women. Three of them can be found in some certain pastor's life.
Okay. Okay.
Why some pastors, few or one. There are some there are some men of God who who crave for power, they want money, and that's once those two is there, trust me, there's no there's no way women will not add.
Wow.
Because now you're out of line already.
Yes, yes.
Because now the way you want, the way you are desperate to get those things, you're already switching out of God in a way.
Mm.
I don't know if you're understanding me.
Yes,
You're,
please.
you're already switching out of God, which means
Mm.
you are part of you is in the world, and that part of you is what will draw women or make you go and meet women.
Mm. Mm.
Because there's no God in your quest to get the money.
Mm.
This one is your own self.
Mm.
So there's you inside you now,
Mm.
which will attract women or which will want woman.
Mm.
Why some, it might just be a woman. They just want to follow God. Like let God just do their ministry, grow the ministry,
Mm.
into and all of that. You might find a woman. Why some power? But that power thing, I don't think it's really much in. Yeah, I don't know how I can identify a pastor.
I can
Oh yeah.
I can tell you about
Yeah.
power. Or should I?
Which power are you talking about?
Honor.
Oh no. Okay.
That this young guy,
Yeah,
he
it's
he
true.
does not even achieved anything,
Yeah.
but he has 13 protocols following
Protocols,
him
and they are
with
lifting.
Bible.
They are lifting his chair. Yeah. Those ones. Trust me. Yeah. So I think those ones, they are not matured. They don't even have money yet.
Yes.
Yeah, those ones don't have money yet. They once men of God who have money, there are certain things they want to do for public to see it.
Mm.
Others will just be secret, which I feel probably the woman thing, secret.
Mm.
But the ones who are there already, power, they already they already have something. The reason why most of those pastors do that, they just want people to know that they are there already. In
Mm.
terms of those ones who want to be lifted, 15 protocol and all of that.
Mm.
They want people to see them in that way, so that if you're coming to them, you see them as this high class pastor already.
Yes.
Why they are not there? They are not there
Wow.
yet. Yeah, they are not there yet.
Wow.
The ones who have money don't have time for those things.
Wow.
Yeah, the ones who have it, who have the cash, who have the money, if they are doing it, they are just protecting themselves.
Please, I will not. I'm not cutting you. I
Mm.
just want to let everybody knows that
Mm.
we are actually about to land. So please, the phone is opened. Please call. The number is there. Let's reiterate the number again. Let's reiterate the number again. Please, if you have a question, if you have an opinion, if you have a comment, please call to 062 812 5365. I will reiterate again 062 812 5365. Call us, drop your opinion, drop your comment, or ask a question. You are welcome. Man of God, this is really powerful.
I don't like that name.
When I have to.
I don't like when you call man of God.
I like your reaction towards me calling you man of God, because you are one of the few people
I
that
don't.
understands that it's not a title,
Nah,
it's
I
a
don't want
huge
that. Yeah,
responsibility.
it is.
That's amazing.
Mm.
So, I have a last question that I will ask,
Mm.
and this is a very private question.
Mhm.
Can I ask the question?
Yeah, that's fine.
Are you sure?
Go ahead, man.
So please send your calls, send your comments, send your. Do we have comments? Do we have questions online? Please, you can call. Let us know if you have something to say, if you have something to add, or you have something to, pose with. We are open to all those suggestions.
Mm.
I have a private question.
All right, ask private, so they should switch off the camera. All right, you can ask. You can.
Moses, is that your name?
Yeah, Moses, the burning bush.
My question is this. Honestly speaking,
Mm. Mm.
I've seen your car.
My car.
I've seen your house.
Okay.
You are married, you have kids.
Mm.
I've seen your enterprise. I'm yet to describe or to determine the level of success that you have. My question is this. What's the secret today?
The secret. That's secret.
And especially to
Okay.
these people watching us.
Okay.
These are things that people are looking for. Happily married,
Hmm.
stable, successful,
Hmm.
spiritual. What do you think is the secrets that you can share with the people following us, the viewers, that will help them to also get to where you are, get to that level of stability and balance?
Okay.
Please.
I love this question.
Mm,
I think it's good I just make it clear now in the
mm.
air. First of all, I'm not balanced yet.
Okay,
I'm not stable yet.
okay,
I'm full of stress.
okay.
I'm full of thinking, sleepless night, and all of that. Why? I want to achieve goals.
Wow.
I felt that, we're talking about there's a time for everything. Yeah, we
Yes.
should do something. If you don't do it, you might regret and all of that. I
Mm,
felt that I'm one of those category in the past.
mm.
Yeah. When the time I was supposed to be doing some certain thing, I never did them.
Wow.
Only now I want to start doing it. Though I'm doing them now. And the unction to do it came long time.
Wow.
Okay, first of all, okay, there are some things I actually didn't say. I've been ordained to be a pastor twice.
Really?
Yeah, I've been ordained. I have the certificate there in my wardrobe. And also, I've been ordained to be an evangelist. The
Mm,
certificate is there. And I've been honored with a pastor certificate,
mm,
of which I don't just want all of those things.
mm.
I'm somebody who, I just want to be in a church, help the church,
Yes.
let the church grow and all of that. That's
Yes.
all I want. In terms of stability and all that success, like I said, I've not gotten to that place. Why I'm saying it now, maybe my destiny helper is watching me. That's all that. So, don't kick my destiny helpers
Okay.
away. So
Wow.
there's a life I choose for myself.
Yes.
That
So having a car, it's not
mm,
success.
no.
Wow.
There are
Please talk to
there
us.
are better ones out there.
Because the people feel that it has a.
No, it's not. I don't see those things. That's why I said there's a level I've placed myself, and there is a level I've grew to, or there's a decision I made long time ago. Firstly, sir, material things doesn't bother me.
Wow.
Like I said, there are people who are watching me who knows me that you see the way I am now.
Mm,
I can just wake up and give you that car key outside.
mm,
I've done it several times. I've given people car key, not because there was a lot,
mm,
probably two. I'll give you one if I see you are struggling.
mm,
And if one thing happened now and somebody come to this place and said, I want to take all the property in this house, I'll tell you take. I'm honestly speaking, I believe he knows me
mm.
well. I don't value material things, sir.
Wow.
I don't. All of this started when I was in high school. I've I told my soul that I don't want to stress my dad, not because he don't have to give to me. I said there are some things I want to take responsibility for. Even if I don't have it, I want to skate through without having that thing.
Mm.
You understand what I mean?
Yes.
There are some things that I needed in school, books, handouts that I needed in school. I won't even call my dad.
Mm,
Back then in Nigeria, those are part of your marks for you
mm,
to buy a lecturer's textbook or have his handout.
mm.
If you don't, they will cut off some marks from you.
Wow.
So those days, I'll tell myself, I don't want to call my dad, I don't have food. I
Mm.
don't want to call my brother, I don't have food. I don't want to do high school and all of that. I took this decision and I told myself, I said, if I have and I don't have, even if I don't have, you won't know the difference
Wow.
in my looks. I will still bat, I will still bat, I will still dress up as long as I have some clothes in the wardrobe.
Mm.
I will still bath, I will rub my powder, wear my glasses. And when you see me, you will think I have.
Wow.
So that is the life I've been living for more than 15 years. You see the way I look, the way people think I look now. It's
Mm.
not because I came to South Africa, it's been me. There was a time that I have few clothes. I will iron them. When I was in school, I went through hell. But I will bat and iron my clothes. I like this gator, this line in trouser.
Yes,
And I'll
yes.
make sure every time I iron my clothes, even if I'm going to buy something, I want to look nice so that you don't define me with my looks.
Wow, wow.
Yeah. So even if I don't have a cent in my account, I will
Yes.
still look the way if I have 1 million in my account,
Wow.
the same way I will look, so you can't tell. And now, if I even tell people I don't have, they don't believe.
They don't believe.
Because why? I've set something for
Some
myself.
standards, yes.
Yeah, for myself, that money shouldn't define me. Prosperity shouldn't define me. As long as I believe in God that He can provide all my needs, I don't stress too much. I can even tell you some certain things now that I'm supposed to do or whatever that is hidden up there. But you won't see it in my face, because now when you begin to stress over some certain things, that's when depression comes.
Yes.
And the person who made you stressed, you will die and leave that person on earth. So I told myself, no matter what, I will not stress over anything, no matter what it is. I will live my life.
Wow.
Yeah, that is so. There's no success. There's no success. I'm pursuing it. I'm pursuing it.
Was
I'm
a
pursuing it.
strategic question, or should I say a trap,
Mm.
which will not only come to you but to all our guests.
Oh, okay.
This was a strategic question to let someone know something there. Please send your comments, send your opinions, call. Should I reiterate the number again? Send a message, send a comment, send your opinion, any suggestion you have. We are open to everything. Just for a reminder, we are at 062 812 5365. From this strategic question, I found out two things that you didn't say literally, but I've picked up. Or three, should I say. The first thing is that success has nothing to do with material things. The second thing I picked up from your saying is, in the story of every success, there has to be God, and there has to be standards, values, and hard work. What about our young girls?
Our young girls.
Who will not accept you because you don't have a car? That's why expressively I said, I asked about if having a car is not the meaning of success. There is a lady that has been quoted, but she still has a cold feet because the guy is still struggling. And I believe even yourself, there is something very, very impressive you said. You said nothing comes overnight. It builds. It takes time. What's your advice to the younger generation? And because women are putting pressure on those things, that if you don't have a car, if you don't have, that's the drive of the younger generation of male now. These young boys are not into schools and are not into value and building character anymore. It's money, it's what I'm driving, it's how I'm dressing. As a man of wisdom, what do you think is your advice for the younger generation?
Okay.
Because that's why I say this is a very great episode where we are getting to learn about you. So as people are getting to learn more about you, what should they remain with as a wisdom to apply in their own lives?
Okay, from what I've said so far, I think my success is the richness in my heart.
Wow.
What I mean by that, things that I know that I'm able to do, that is in me, can produce that success out. So first of all, let the success, let it begin from your heart. Be rich in your heart. Be rich in your heart. Have things, have substance in your heart, not just those things that people see. You know, I've seen someone who bought a car. Where he bought the car, he called me to help send him petrol money to put in the car he bought. I don't know where he bought the car or whatever. He called me, said, please, I need money. I just bought a car now, but I used my last money. to buy a car. So
Wow.
when you see such person, you start telling yourself that this person is successful because of the big car and all of that.
Wow.
Is such person successful? Is not. That's why I said those things doesn't count. So you lady that is out there looking for a man that is successful already before you settle down, you are deceiving yourself. A success, you
Wow.
don't know where it came from. One day that success will hit on you. You will not be valued, first of all. You came
You
to my
didn't bring
you came
anything.
to my life.
Wow.
You came to my life empty. Because I'm rich or because I have a lot, you came to my life and now you want to start behaving like a boss lady.
Wow.
I will not value you, I will respect you. And when you ask for money for some certain thing, one day I will shun you down.
Wow.
I will shun you down. But a lady who walked with a guy
From the
him
bottom
being
of the mountain.
to that place,
Wow.
when the guy sees your
impute in
your heart with him,
yes.
when the money comes, when you're asking for thousands, he won't delay.
Wow.
Those kind of guys will even surprise you. Before they surprise you, they will think of the past, how you were laying in the bed with them without carpet or nothing.
Nothing to eat, nothing in the fridge. Wow.
My wife is not here, but I always appreciate her.
Wow.
So every year I post a picture on Facebook. Facebook reminds us of
yes, the older post and stuff.
Picture.
Yeah.
When I met my wife, I was sharing a room.
Really?
There's this guy called Akiko in church that drives mama to church. Yeah, Akiko. Yeah, me and that guy were sharing a room.
Wow.
And the room is not even fancy. We had a bed, but there was no base.
Wow.
There was no base, just mattress. We will cook. We don't have fridge to put the food. The food will even spoil. And now we just have 2 pots. Sometimes if there's something in other pot, we have to take that thing out and put in a bowl while we cook something else.
Wow.
Sometimes the food will just spoil. And that was the time I met my woman. And
wow.
she was there. She didn't even look at all those things. Do you know I've sold chicken in South Africa?
Really?
Ah, shit. I've sold chicken. I would go to farm and buy chicken, a lot of chicken. I'll sell the chicken. I'll cut the chicken and I will go to people's door and knock. Not my customers, I'll knock. Please, ma'am, I'm selling chicken. Can you buy from me or whatever? So we even buy, they will pay after 1 month. I remember one guy slapped me because I went to take money for my chicken.
Wow.
So life is a process. And she's still there now. Even when I don't have now, she will still stay because why? She knew how I picked up then. First of all, you must believe a guy that you are with.
Wow.
You must believe in that guy, that this guy, no distance time, this kind of person will pick up.
Yes.
And those are the kind of women every man should desire.
Wow.
Not a woman who comes and starts asking you for 32 inches earpiece or buy you iPhone 13, iPhone 14 and all of that. No. There are good women out there that even if you want to offer them these things, they will tell you, babes, please keep this money. Keep this money. We might not have it next week. Let's keep it for something else. Let's keep it for something better. There are women who plans with men. There are women who tells a man that you are spending too much on crazy things. Let's invest. But the ones that the ones that are not cool-headed, they are more than the ones that are cool-headed.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
But guys should also be careful. Such type of girls will not stay with you when you don't have. They meet you when you have. But the moment it finishes, they run to another guy that has.
Wow.
So we should. I'm actually advising this women.
Yes.
Don't run away from a guy because you see this guy, a guy approaches you. First thing you start asking, what do you do for a living? If you ask me that question, I know that you're actually looking for me to have money or be doing a good business. Don't ask me what I do for business. That shouldn't be the first question a girl should ask. You haven't asked me my name. You haven't asked me where I live, where I came from. You're asking me what I do for living. You want to come and live with my living. You want to come and live with my living.
Wow.
Every decent guy will know a girl, a gold digger, from their questions.
Okay.
And such girl will never want you to ask her what she does for a living because she don't have anything she's doing for a living. They don't want you to ask them, but they want to ask you.
I told you you will be surprised with the guest we have today. So I didn't know you are a master coach in relationships.
No, I speak on relationship a lot.
Wow. Life is a process. We should respect the process. and we should know how to value the small beginnings. And there is something that's very powerful that you just said. You said, man knows that when a woman comes into their life and she didn't bring anything, no idea, no consistency, no discipline, and then suddenly the Lord blesses the guy and the woman wants to be, she will never be valued.
She will never.
I usually tell people, when you didn't build with a guy, you have been renting in that relationship. If you didn't build,
I'm telling you. It's true, sir.
you have been renting.
I'm telling you.
So it is a very powerful advice that you have given. Please, we are landing now. Send your questions, send your opinions, send any suggestion you have before we completely get off the flight. It is very, very powerful, the things that you have said, the level of wisdom that you have showcased. I feel like telling you, may the Lord bless you.
Amen.
For impacting wisdom into the younger generation and the people that are following us. I believe everybody's having an input, an output. Everybody's retrieving something that they will apply in their own lives. I have another question, and maybe this is where we will finish. But before that, let's check. Do we have questions? Do we have suggestions, please? Anybody's about to call? Is anybody about to call? If you want to call, please do it quickly because we are at the end and we are about to get off the flight. Do you have questions? But even if you have questions or comments or opinion or suggestions you want to send, even after the broadcast, please send them on the number or send them as a comment or go to the inbox and deposit them, and we will look at them and we will all be blessed. So it is a very, very good thing. It was a pleasure to receive you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
It was really a pleasure to have you, to get to know the man behind the machinery, the man behind the vision, the pioneer of Inspire with the Aspiration. And I believe we can't doubt this anymore. When you listen to the man, you are inspired. I have been inspired when I'm listening to you. And it is really, really powerful. So we are going to stand to close as I'm about to ask you some questions.
Ask me, sir.
Give me the hand. Give me.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Let's put all these devices aside. It is really a pleasure.
Thank you, sir.
Are you a pastor?
I'm not a pastor, and I don't want to be one. I don't want to be one. I'm not hungry for that.
Are you into politics?
No. No, I'm not. The aspect of you one of the reason, I think that's one of the big reason why I actually don't want this pastor thing. I don't believe in sitting down in one place saying I'm spreading the gospel. I like an avenue, even why I even try to do it. I think 2019 I opened something like a ministry or whatever, but I couldn't stay in that bus called church or a hall or whatever. I was doing outreach. Yeah, I prefer to reach people because when you as a pastor, you're sitting down in a church, you are limited to that space.
Okay.
You are called to be a pastor. What's the essence? To reach out to people. Now, you've been called. Now you're sitting. You're not sending people to go out there to go and do the work that you are called for.
Yeah.
Those ones don't have the calling. You are called for people.
Yeah.
So what I was doing then, I said, now I'm the one that is called. I can't just send people only. I was going with them to the street to go and do that purpose or that reason why I was called.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
This is not me. This is a viewer.
Oh, the viewers, okay.
And the last one. This
All
is
right.
not me. This is a viewer.
Okay.
A viewer reached us.
Mm.
You have the calling of God over your life. A viewer, it's not me, a viewer.
Okay.
You have a calling of God over your life. You have helped a lot of people.
Mm.
You had a ministry and you were ministering to people.
People. Okay.
The ministry is for the sake of saying, we can even say a church.
Okay.
A viewer said that you ran away. You are running away from the calling of
I'm
God.
running away.
A viewer, it's not you are running away.
I'm running away. Okay. Okay. Are you done?
Mm,
What is the calling, first of all?
mm,
You know, I read somewhere in the Bible, we have different callings, and you can appreciate them in different aspects.
yes.
It's not about, not everybody are called. You can be called, but okay, first of all, what I believe that is happening to people's life, especially the younger ones of my age, they're
Yes.
saying they are pastor. Now you got a call, you answered the call.
Mm.
You didn't wait for the person who called you to speak.
Wow, wow,
What
wow,
I mean
wow,
is that
wow, wow, wow.
you were called, according to people, they said they were called. Now you didn't listen to the voice to explain further what you have been called for.
Wow.
I read in a place in the Bible that an usher is a calling.
Yes.
And when that place was what it was more of the explanation. Usher, it's like after a pastor in a church, usher is the next. But we always use this word that choir is the next. No.
Mm.
Because they said usher prepares the place for the man of God. They prepare the place, they get the church settled and everything.
Mm.
That atmosphere, peaceful atmosphere, is all usher that creates it. And that's what the man of God wants, for that the church or the atmosphere to be peaceful. People are well seated, orderliness, and all of that. It's a calling. So who knows if I'm not called to be an usher? But now, why I'm saying this is I don't have to own a church for me to accept that I've answered the call.
Yeah.
What I'm doing now, it's a calling.
Okay. Okay.
Because it's not an idea from myself.
Yes.
Not someone who told me to do this. Like I said from the beginning, it's a word from
The
God.
man is wise.
So it's an avenue.
The man is wise. Wow.
It's an avenue for me to reach out to people.
Okay.
And this avenue, I think it's even more, let me not use the word, sorry pastor, sorry church. It's more better.
Okay.
On my own perspective, because
Okay.
now it's a place for even people to even relate and ask questions they can't ask in church,
Okay.
so that they can have peace of mind.
Wow.
Their questions will be answered.
Last question.
last.
10 seconds of answering.
Okay.
A viewer reached out to us and said that beyond all these talents and gifts and graces you have, you are also a singer.
Oh. Yes.
This is a man of many. But a viewer reached out to us and said they have not seen a CD, they have not seen a concert, they have not, you have this. What is going on?
Okay. For me, I believe there is time for everything. There's a time. The life I'm living,
Yes.
I don't like rushing things. Do you know? Sorry that I'm digressing too
It's
far.
okay.
Whatever. Do you know I get so many invitations come and sing somewhere?
Okay.
I don't think you will ever see my face in any pictures of music concerts they are doing. It's not because they don't invite me.
Okay.
There's one I'm going to 20 on the 25th of this month now. They asked for my pictures, even close friends, pastor friends. I said no, I will come there. I will come and bless people that are there.
Wow.
I said now we are in a place, or we are in a society or world whereby you don't even know who is who. Your poster is out there. It's actually giving somebody description of where you are going to. When a celebrity, South African celebrity, aka, died, I learned a lot of things. You know, he was doing a video of I'm here in this place, Florida, and all of that. That's actually gave people his location.
Okay.
Yeah, we are Christians. Not everybody likes you.
Wow.
Not everybody likes you. So I don't accept poster. If you call me to come and sing, I will come, but don't put my face in a poster.
But people are looking for visibility.
Yeah, it's there. For people who are asking that question, I have a lot of songs. Go to my YouTube.
Yes, please.
The Aspiration. Just go to my YouTube. go to there. I think I did a lot of. I think like 7 songs so far.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
and I'm a very good writer.
Okay.
By
Okay.
God grace, I can write like 10 songs a day.
Wow.
I can just write few words, but when I get to studio, other part will come.
Okay.
So I have a lot. I have a lot of written songs. A lot of written songs. So
Wow.
I walk in the mood. My friends, something. Sometimes my friends said, "Ah, you just start something before you drop it."
Yeah,
Another thing
yeah,
said, "Hope you will not drop this one." I told them no. The music, I'll do music, but for me to do music again, I'm looking towards December or
Yes.
January. I'll just do probably like 3 songs again, straight 1 month. I'll do 3 songs because there are a lot of things to do.
So you're telling the viewers that your CD is coming, or
Not CD, go.
the music program is
I'm going.
coming?
I'm going to release a song again soon.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm cooking it already.
Okay.
Yeah, but you can go to my YouTube page, my music YouTube page. There are some videos there, some songs there. I have like 7 songs there.
Yes.
I've done already.
Thank you so much. It
Thank
was
you.
really a blessing. Do you have any last words?
I just want to assure us,
Yes.
our viewers, that, like you said from the beginning, please, this is a platform that you are going to enjoy.
Yeah.
Yeah. We are friendly.
Yeah.
It's a friendly platform. We are not here to come and give a hardened face or a frowning face.
Yeah, yeah,
Or, like you said, we are not here to come and backstab a church or
Yes,
man
yes.
of God. No, 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 no. Nobody should get it wrong. Nobody
Yes.
should get it wrong. This is a platform, except the guest will be the one to say that.
Yes,
But
yes,
we,
yes. But
the
we are not
host,
here for that.
no,
Yeah.
we are not here for that. We are not here for that. Whoever person that we invite that is ready to speak his mind, feel free to listen.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, you listen, but he's not telling you to take everything he's saying.
Yes,
But
yes.
listen. Yeah, please just stay connected with us. We'll bring important people. People have, I believe everyone have something to say.
Yes, everyone
Yeah,
has something.
whoever we bring in this place, whatever they say, just learn from it.
Mm.
Filter the one you want to filter and
Yeah.
take the one you want to take.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
It was really a blessing to have you.
Thank you.
It was really a blessing to have him. We are really grateful. Thank you so much for connecting. Remain connected. It is going to be a powerful session that we are going to have in our episode next time. This is your platform. This is your channel. We will talk about marriage. We will talk about churches. We will talk about balance. We will talk about Christianity. We will talk about relationships. We will talk about a lot of things. You have the freedom of expression. You want to exercise it. Come and speak your mind. Come and share with us your experience. Come and tell us what you think, what you believe, what you have built, how you've achieved it, and how the younger generation can learn from you. May the Lord bless you. Have a great week. Amen.